Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Trinity podcast. It's episode 30 here on United View. Nice round number 30, 30 episodes in. Oh, that's gone quick, guys. That's gone quick. Episode 30 of the Trinity, I can't lie. That's flown by. There's been a couple of wanted posters, couple of missing posters had to get posted up. But by hook or by crook, 30 eps in, guys. You know what I mean? Do you get your 10,000 hours in? That's what we're doing. We're just working on it. You know what I mean? We're working on it. Big up to everyone. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get into it, man. What are you lot saying? Been a good week? Everyone happy? Everyone in a good place? Southampton tomorrow, you know? International breaks finished. Players are back. Press conferences happen. Ronaldo's cussed out Ten Hag. Ten Hag bit a little bit back. Done the little, cocky thing back a little bit. Fine, whatever. Ugarte, will we see him? This time, innit? No injuries from the thing.
I'll say why I'm at. I'm ready for the game to be back. I didn't get the delusional, that break that we usually have. That lovely international break where you believe everything's possible, then we can start doing. I didn't get that feeling, which was a shame.
That's quite rare for you, actually.
Very rare. Usually, you lot know. I went like a nice little break. Then I just start to think, you know what? All the form from before wasn't real, and we're up for it, and we're going to be in this one. And the feeling is definitely different from that. It's more so of trying to fight the fires for the club. I feel like it's been one of those weeks. But then,
can I bring something up?
Go ahead.
A lot of the comments, they're saying you had a really difficult time on Big Six.
I did hear that. I heard that.
Did you have a tough time?
Guess what? 55 minutes of pure bliss, bro. I went crazy. Now it's a long show. This is a what? How long is the show? I would say it was a 2-hour show. I got 55 minutes, bro. I did very well, bro. Then when you get to the Man United bit, remember there was supposed to talk about Man United in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, but you pushed it out.
I did my job, and I had Turkish on the ropes, bro. But guess what? You can't. The truth is the truth. End of the day, Man United. Where are we in the league? Where are we in the
14th? I think
14th. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. 14th, and we finished 8th last season.
Yeah.
There was no way to avoid the inevitable. So I went down swinging. I think I did a great job. Yeah.
So good. If this was a sort of a boxing match, to use the analogy, everyone was expecting you to get knocked out first round. It got to round 6 and we went, this is going all right. Actually, points are still in there. Points are kind of close. And then suddenly round 7, he went, he's been knocked down.
He's been knocked down. But then guess what? But then
was it knockdowns or was it like one straight KO? Was it not?
Oh no, they all took turns. They all took turns to tell me how rubbish my club was. So but then I realized something when it was all happening, when it was all going, and people need to go and watch this. I realized something really quickly. I was like, it's strange that my club make you lot feel like this, though, innit? It's because you know who we are. I go into the ignorant. You know who we are.
Really,
and you know when you see the lines, hated ignored, they're ignored. You know me. I go into all of it because why do you all feel like this? You lot acting. I said, listen, my life as a Man United supporter has been brilliant. I think I'm in the dark times right now, but then I've had the greatest years. So guess what? If I have to wait for my team to be good again, that's cool. But I've seen stuff that you lot will never see. The arrogance, the only arrogance that Sir Alex could have provided, really, you know, like end of the day.
Matisse say, yeah, but Chelsea, what do you mean? I've seen it.
But Matisse made a mistake. Matisse walked into his own trap. He said, think about all the money you spent. Yeah.
Oh no, it's over.
And I said,
it's over. Yeah. Money.
I said, Matisse, do you think money equates to success? Let's talk about that. When you find something, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, it was I'm proud of my performance still. Like I did get knocked down. I did get knocked down. Like,
but that was inevitable, though.
My team shit. Yeah, my team is just guys. Our team is rubbish. Like we are in a mad space. We're playing against Southampton on the weekend, and it's like, it's that funny line of Man United fans are really scared about this game against Southampton. And you have to push back and say, well, we're not, but then it's the risk-reward game. It's a risk-reward, very, very little reward. a lot of risk.
Yeah. I don't think it's fear. I think it's just anything could happen.
You know what could happen.
If we win, no one cares.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and even United fans, really. You know what I mean? Because it'll just be like, okay, cool. It's not going to do us all of that much. We just can't lose. Basically, we just got to win. It's those games after that, not the Barnsley one, but I mean, like even like Palace away, like that next weekend. That's a really big game for us.
We're looking at that.
That's a really big game for us. Spurs at home. That's a big game for us. Villa away. That's a big game for us because we haven't done well in those kind of things. So it's not
anything away against the top sides.
Yeah,
we've been shocking. Anything away against the top sides.
Anything away.
The top.
Anything away. Yeah, let's not say top sides anymore.
But then it's not even just the ways. Home as well. Like we can get it from any corner. It doesn't. Man United right now in this current form of what we've been for a hot minute, so we're not surprised. We can get it from any facet, bro. Home against someone we should beat. Away against the big juggernauts, away against the middleman, away against the small man, home against the middleman, home against the juggernauts, home against the people you're supposed to. It can happen. It can happen against any opponent. That's what we do know about this.
But that's what I mean. Yeah. I don't fear the game tomorrow because what we're scared of being embarrassed. We're being embarrassed anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, say if the word fit. Say, all right. Can we talk honestly? Yeah. Well, of course we can. It's a Trinity. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe the word fear, it might be like the wrong word to use, right?
Flex.
But are you apprehensive about how you could feel if we lose and and I don't mean like, well, I'm used to it. We could do. I mean like towards the manager, where you actually, how you see this thing is what I'm talking about.
I'm not. I wouldn't be apprehensive about again because
how would you feel if we lost? How'd you feel if we lost?
I don't honestly. At this stage, would I be angry?
You would be.
I'd be resigned. I'd be resigned. I don't know if angry is the right word though, because
but we'll just give up then, rip it up.
KG, remember last season, KG, when we were losing games, and you weren't angry, and Flex was angry, and you said to him, "What are you angry about? We know this. We expect this. Why be angry?" I'm at that kind of stage of it now.
No, but this one's the one where we've got players back. Like that one was, we got all the injuries. We know shit. Like we're on the snowball. The snowball hasn't started yet. We're at the beginning of we're only on the fourth game, and we know how the previous 3 games have gone. All right, last 2, should I say? And we know what's kind of on the line. He's been given the new the circumstances around that. You know what we are. Come on, you knew we was probably going to lose.
It'd be a low point this season. It'd be a low point for this season, obviously. But I was angry after the Brighton game because there was a hope that we had change for the better, and the Brighton game could have literally been any game from last season, really.
But Owen, what I mean is the timeline of like.
I thought it'd be a low point. It'd be a low point.
No, but is it like?
But I'm past the point of being like, I'm fuming about this. I said before, if he loses on Saturday, not that he's going to be after the game, club statement, Eric Ten Hag sacked, but it's a slippery slope that I don't think he'll recover from. I don't think he'll be able to recover from that, in all honesty. He'll have more games, but I think it would probably mark the beginning of the end, in all honesty. Because if you can't beat Southampton away in the Premier League, then are we really expecting
they're the worst team in the league, right?
Are we expecting them then to go to Crystal Palace, get a result? We expecting them to go to Aston Villa, get a result, beat Spurs at home, go to Porto away, get a result? Probably not, in all honesty. But it's weird football because you have to then play the games to find out.
To find out. I've been thinking about something.
What are you saying, Flex, after the Southampton? Southampton 2-1. 2-1 to Southampton. What are you saying? What's your feelings?
I've been thinking about something that you said to me in the last Flex and KG show because it stuck with me and I just simmered on it. I thought that was interesting that he said that. And I thought, how do I really feel about what he said? And you said that, Flex, I don't think you have a Southampton loss in you. Yeah. And I thought, what do you mean by that? And I thought, I know what he means. He means that if we lose against them, I'm out. I'm gone. I've tipped the scale. I've gone and there's no coming back. And that's where flex, flop, flip, flop, flex, whatever. I'll get all the names under. I couldn't care. I couldn't care less about the outside perception of you not changing. I don't care. I feel how I feel, and I know in the moment, whenever that may be, it's just interesting. You suggested it could be Southampton. Whenever it may be, because I haven't decided this. Then, whenever it may be, I'm not afraid in that moment.
I think
to be it. But if we lost to Southampton, where would I be at?
KG's right.
And I thought about this. I thought about He said, Flex, you haven't got one of those in you. I know you, and you haven't got it in you. And my automatic response was, well, no, I wouldn't say he needs to go after that. You know, it's the 5th game. You know, we need to see. Sorry, no, 4th game. And I thought,
KG's right.
Owen knows you. We all know each other here, bro.
Yeah.
And you have to think of the stream, Flex. Think of the stream. And you're one of those watchers that you get, as the minutes go, you get more angry at the style of performance.
I know both of you, yeah. And you know, if even if Flex was on the edge, what will tip him over the edge is having to sit next to KG in that stream, because he will turn.
Trying to be positive. Trying to be positive.
He will turn to either his left or right, whatever side he sits on, and he will turn and see KG with the grin, even though we're losing, and he'll go, "I've had a fucking enough of this," and then he'll be like, "Yeah, rip it all up."
You just know it. You just, and you know, like, I can see it, bro. And do you know what the killer is? Flex, what we are right now, yeah, is you know those mountain climbers, yeah? We ain't got no more tools now, yeah? We're left to just our hands on the wall, yeah?
Like, drop it any
we're doing that one. We're literally on the wall, yeah? And it's
Everest.
Yeah, literally.
Hanging on.
We're hanging off, yeah? Because you ask us, when everyone says there's normal questions that people ask us, and replies are, they're growing tired in terms of the replies. You say, well, what are you hanging on for? I like him. I like the manager. But what, like, you're looking at this, how is this okay? Yeah, but we believe in him. You know, are you with me? I feel for this one, that's just I don't know if he.
I'll be honest with you.
This, I don't know if you'll make it.
Yeah, I hear that, and I hear those concerns. For me, I'm just staying to where I've always said. I said I want to see the time elapse, so just let me see it. Of course, when there's new evidence, like new lows, new evidence. Oh my God, we just got beat 2-0 off of Southampton. We've got 1 win in 4. We're near the bottom of the league. You know, when it starts getting like that, of course, my opinion will change. I don't care. I will change my opinion when I think it needs to be changed. I don't feel as if we lost to Southampton, I'll be done. But it does depend on the manner. And
just to stress, by the way, because I can already hear what the comments are going to say. Everyone here thinks we're going to win, by the way.
Yes.
Saturday.
Oh, yeah, 100%. No, but we're talking 100%. But then I will say this, though, Flex. And the reason why it's easy for me to say that is because I'm worried about myself for that 90-minute stream as well. Absolutely. I'm terrified. Because guess what? Like, it's one of those things where...
You are scared.
I'm worried for myself with my reaction to a loss. Because we're getting into uncomfortable grounds where when we did the first show, it echoed some of Ronaldo's sentiments of Man United should be winning games. Man United should go into games with a huge expectation. Against Southampton away, like similar to when I was talking about the Brighton one, Man United should be saying we're winning this one. We're getting there for goal difference purposes. We're going there to rack up the goals. That will help us near the end of the season, yeah. And we're not going there on that, guys. We're going there on, well, we need 3 points to maybe set off a run. Let's get a run together and see how we look. Are we in shape for Aston Villa? Are we in shape for that one? Yeah, and that's really what it should be. But then there's the little part of us we can say to ourselves, we can dominate for how many minutes and have a mistake, have a gaffe in the game. Or we could be the team that is the strongest in their ascendancy, do everything right, but still do something stupid. Because we do DJ always used to say it. Man United, we go, we shoot ourselves. You know,
save a bullet. Save a bullet for ourselves.
Save a bullet for ourselves. And we've done that. How many times are we talking about saving a bullet for ourselves? Every single time. So that is the scary part of not just Man United played well and then we will do something stupid in this game. And it's like, how bad is the error going to be? That's going to cost us. Is it going to be an error that we can recover the ball and we fine? Or is it going to be leave three people free at the edge of the box like we did against the Brighton one and then they just put it away?
I have a question for you, KG.
Yes.
I remember when we played Wigan in the FA Cup last season. This is slightly different. But when we played Wigan in the FA Cup, your response was at the time, if we lose this game, this almost cannot be on the manager because they are so bad that any Manchester United team should beat them. I know it's not exactly the same. This is a Premier League side, but you said earlier on they're the worst team in the league.
Yes.
If we lose at the weekend, is that one of those instances where you go, that cannot be the manager's fault, that can only be the player's fault? Or
no, not anything said from last season does not account for this season. We're not. I don't want to like you allow the manager. There were so many allowances in that last season, mitigating circumstances. This, that is run short, bro. We're past all of that. I don't even care. Like literally, if it's a thing of that player messed it up, I don't care for that. My manager's come out this week and said what he's looking for is he wants the team to be nastier. He wants the team to learn from their mistakes. He wants to now watch what you lot are saying. You're right. It's what you say to your team at halftime when they messed up, really.
Keep the ball, be nasty, and cut out the mistakes. Go out there, mate.
Yeah, but he's asked for those things, and I need to see it now.
I said no excuses. Isn't he? He said it. He literally said there is no excuse.
Well.
We're coming back on that, by the way. We're coming back on that, by the way. We're getting the feeling thing. Well,
yeah, there you go. Oh, bloody hell. Oh.
Hey, here's something for you. Here's something for you. For all of the talk about Manuel Ugarte, will he, won't he start or whatever.
Yeah, I was reading this.
Just before we started recording this, I don't think he's going to start, because Erik ten Hag, he's done an interview with the MUTV, with Club Media. And on Manuel Ugarte, he said, it's difficult to say in this moment. Manuel Ugarte was the only player who we couldn't manage to return on Wednesday evening. He's there, a bit tired from the travel, but we will have to see how he is, and then we will make a decision. That sounds to me quite benchish, does it not?
We need to Mazarawi it, bro. We got to put him straight in. It's got to be kind of Mazarawi-ish. We got to put him straight into the team. I don't want to hear this crap, bro. The last game for Casemiro, and this is the thing. This is the updated feeling of some of the fans. They're saying they would like to see an Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno starting lineup. One, because they still believe Casemiro deserves a bit more time, and the other thing is they're afraid of doing. You know what's happening to Garnacho, how people kind of got a side down Garnacho and they're wondering if Garnacho will be good enough. They're worried if that's going to actually turn out happening to Kobe. So, Garnacho was a time when really loved. And I think he's been on an interesting journey where, how people are seeing Garnacho has changed, and no one wants that to happen to the young star boy in Kobe. Kind of understand that we put a lot of responsibility on his shoulders with a lot of expectation for 19 years old, and it's like, look, we have to use him better. Do you lot agree with that statement in terms of?
I've got no. We are very comfortable with Kobe being like the main starter and us building a team around him. 100%. I get that. Would I be mad to the point where I've seen that, like, if he ends up not on the team sheet, which we haven't seen too much of it, to be fair. But when we remember this Forest one, when he came off at halftime, we were like, what the hell? Maybe a bit earlier on. And this is before this version of Kobe. We were like, nah, where's the kid? He's got to start. It's a 50-50 one, really, because he should be afforded the luxury of being able to be out of the starting lineup. Absolutely. He's 19 years of age. He shouldn't have to be the savior. But at the same time, if you're that damn good, you just earn the right to keep playing. So I think, but we should have options whereby we go, okay, you sit this one out, get loose, get 15 minutes off the bench or something. And I don't want to put Kobe in a position whereby the pressure is stacked upon him. The team underperforms. And like you said, it already start happening, KG. Like you said it, you make a good point. People will naturally start to go, well, this kid ain't good as 40 years, or this, that, and the other. He doesn't deserve that. And that's how you get young players to maximize their potential, fulfill their potential. You have to give them the right nurturing. It's one thing planting a seed and watering it and stuff, but the conditions have to be right. The temperature's got to be right in there. The food that you give the plant, all of these things, yeah? So I feel like we have to be careful. Bit of titch marsh. We have to be careful with him that we don't overkill him. What happened with Garnacho? The senior pros didn't do what they were supposed to do. So he had to play like 33 games on the bounce. Now, I'm not saying Kobe playing 33 games on the bounce 100% will be at his detriment, because the reason why he plays 33 games on the bounce might be because he's just, like I said, he's just so good, killing it, getting assists, getting goals, twisting up, man. Great. But let's not be silly here. There is still question marks for Kobe that he has to get past, only because the time needs to elapse. It's that simple. This is his first full season. We're forgetting it. We're forgetting it because of the rise. He had that break. But really, this is the first time he's, hopefully, with no injuries, touch wood, is the first time he's going to go from August to May. So
I worry for him because of that. I do. KG brings it up with the Garnacho thing. You know, when it was Monday, wasn't it, in the red carpet, and that whole is Garnacho overrated? And you go like, again, this is his second full season, and we're already going like he's not good enough or he's overrated. And the reason I worry is because inevitably that same conversation will happen about Kobe at some point, and it won't be his fault. It won't be his fault, but it'll be because, to your point, Flex, he'll probably be overplayed, and he's young. He'll go through a bit of a difficult period at some point, and it'll be, we've overhyped him, we've overgassed him, blah, blah, blah. And the reality is that there should be more senior players that Kobe can come out the team for. But as of right now, tomorrow, if that starting 11 came out and Kobe Mainoo was on the bench, can you imagine the reaction to that? What is going on? This is terrible.
And it shouldn't be like that as well.
No, exactly. That's my point. It shouldn't be like that. But it is at the moment, because as great as these young players are, and some of them are really exciting, and they are what we're going to be building around, we are too over-reliant, in all honesty, on them. And that's, I think, the fault of the senior players. The senior players in that team for Manchester United don't do enough. They don't.
You know what's funny?
And it's a problem.
I want to piggyback off that, because you say that, and we've been linked to Rabiot like a lot this summer, but fresh links. We heard some stuff. Was it yesterday? Last night there was more Rabiot links, and saying the price has gone down in terms of how much he wants salary wise. And guys, I won't lie to you. I think that's something we should be doing. Even if it's a year, 2 years.
You were interested in Rabiot anyway. I remember doing
I've been interested in Rabiot anyway. That's what I'm saying. But then I look at the team and I'm like, when it's not, like, God forbid something bad does happen to Kobe or something, but you start to see where we start to get really threadbare. So we've lost out on McTominay's gone. Not saying I miss McTominay. Bring him back. It's not saying nothing like that. But is the next go-to is Eriksen. That's like, who else is after that? It's Eriksen, and who else do we go to?
All we've got is Eriksen, Mount.
It's hard to count Mount, because Mount looks like he's going to be an injury guy. He's going to have a short.
Toby Collier.
And Toby, we must. That's why I think that Rabiot thing before, it's like, I don't know, will he be good for the dressing room, this, that, and the other? But like, the games are gonna pile on. And if we lose players, look how we lost defenders last season. Let's say our midfield starts to get decimated. It gets nuts, and the games come thick and fast, and no one gives a crap. This, again, it's going to be hard to say injuries. It's going to be hard to use that as an excuse. Oh, we got injuries in midfield, and what can we do? Man United had a midfield issue from before, and we've almost got weaker over some time, because Amrabat didn't come in, but Amrabat, we started to use him near the end of the season. We saw what he could really offer, but we know for sure Eriksen's just there as a body. He's not good enough to play the way the club want to use him. We're never going to use him in 10. We want him to be the 8. But then guess what? Eriksen has not got the legs to do 90 minutes.
Well, in that system, definitely not. If it was a different system, you could still maybe get a tune out of him, and he could be more regular. But in
the 10,
if we were a team that did dominate most games, 60, 70% possession, you feel comfortable having Christian Eriksen in your team, because you go, I tell you what, actually comfortable on the ball, no problem. But in that system there, I mean, I'm just looking at our bench from the last game, and we all said it. When the team news came out straight away, we went, that bench is Maguire, Eriksen, Ahmad, Toby Collier, Bayern Dier, Anthony, Tom Heaton, 2 goalkeepers, Johnny Evans, Ethan Wheatley. And immediately we went, that bench is shit. What are we going to do? Who are we going to bring on? And then you compare it to Liverpool's, who, again, have only brought in one player this summer, Chiesa, and I think, isn't he already got injury problems? Their bench was Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo, Tsimikas, Bradley, Gomez, Endo, Harvey Elliott, Kwanzaa. They had legitimate
Jones,
legitimate options to bring on. Whereas us, we were going, well, Ahmad will come on. And that's what that'll probably be. And
because we're not rating Anthony yet. We're not rating Anthony yet. As
we forget he plays for us, bro. It's finished. It's over.
That will be the same tomorrow as well, by the way. So when the team news comes out tomorrow, we will look to the bench and we'll go bench this week. Because it will be. It will have the extra person on there will be Ugarte because he's not going to start. I don't think with what Ten Hag said in there. And also we've got Ugarte rather in the week. He had before one of the games he was a doubt for Uruguay anyway. Had a fever, so. I think that on top of him going, well, I came back Thursday, we'll see. He'll be on the bench. He'll come on, but he'll be on the bench. So the subs you're looking at in that game that will probably come on, either Ahmad or Garnacho, whichever one starts on the bench, will come on. Ugarte will come on. And maybe Collier again will come on, or like an Ericsson, maybe. But that'll be like
game changers. Well, that leads me into this, guys, because I wanted to bring this to you. When I was doing TalkSport last week, on my show, they played a clip that we discussed, right? And I thought, actually, we need to bring this more to here to see what you guys think as well, and you lot at home, of course, right? And Danny Murphy, big up Danny Murphy, he said that Man United basically don't have enough to get in the top 4 because their firepower is just not strong enough. And this clip that he spoke, it wasn't just hating. He went on to proceed that, like, you've got Rashford where, there's talent there, but you don't know what you're going to get here. You don't know. You've got Joshua Zirkzee. He said, well, he's, young coming into the league, not a high volume goal scorer, really, is he? You've got Ahmad, who, again, we haven't got a sample size. We don't know where that's, can Ahmad score 12 goals plus, 10 goals plus? Obviously, we don't know. It's not a banker. You don't know that. Garnacho, a lot of pressure on him. Kid's got to do everything. Got loads of talent. Had to play all the time last year. And then Højlund's coming back from an injury, not available right now. But again, second season, fairly young. Okay, got 16 last year, but is he going to get you 20 in the league? And Anthony. And he was like, they've got some good young players. I'm not saying that, but in terms of what the rest of the top 4 teams have that they're going up against, where are Man United's goals going to come from? And I went
from now.
It's from a valid point. Well.
It's a good question.
September,
but
aren't we?
I don't think we have enough.
Europa League starts next week, and we're into fully. They just, I think,
we don't have enough, guys.
Just time recording this. A lot of the games have been moved to Sunday now, and we are going now into that territory where it's Thursday, Sunday, or Tuesday, Sunday for basically, I don't know, until December, really. I know there's a couple of international breaks, but that's basically where we're at. And my question to kind of on top of that, from what Flex is saying, is, do we think we can handle that, to be honest? In all honesty,
I think it's almost the question suits the question suits Danny Murphy in a sense of when you break it down, there are some unknown factors. Ahmad has never played a full season for Man United. We don't know what to expect from him. He could be good. He could fizzle out and not really work. Zirkzee, first season at Man United. Yes, he describes himself as a 9.5, but again, he's another one. You say, well, he's another one because
he was like, he's not going to start. He was like, they're going to go with Højlund probably. That was his opinion.
Because that's not totally accurate. Because if Zirkzee bags a goal on the in the next coming games, he's not going to get dropped. One thing about this manager is he will stick with the team if he thinks it is working or it's going in his way. We saw that with the whole, Maguire's there, but then we have De Ligt, and Maguire had a great game in the last one. So obviously he's going to go with the player that was in first.
But that's why I say I worry, can we handle it though? Because my point being is, we know he won't change it, really.
Yes.
I mean, he'll change it for Barnsley because it's a much weaker opponent. But
when we start
playing those Europa League games, he's not going to really rotate that much. I really don't think he will.
I don't even think he's going to rotate. I don't even think he's going to rotate.
We've got to get in the Champions League.
So that's why I go, do we think our squad can handle that on the basis of last season?
Oh, you can't answer it. And I say it's an unfair question because you can't answer it right now. Because again, there's some
unfair question.
No, because
compared to the others, you can say
in the striker, in terms of what we have, we actually don't know what they're going to be right now. They could go on and really hit the ground running and be fantastic. The one player that you can say, well, it's a fair question to ask. If you said to me, Ra, how many goals do you reckon Rashford should be able to score this season? I think it's fair to really ask that question because he's had so many seasons in this Man United side to look at what he's going to be. and we can really.
Yeah, you're saying about a couple of players. There's not loads of unknowns in that team, is there? Really?
And also, if we tally it up against the people we're going up against, who you do know what they've got, and you do know what they're capable of, he's basically saying they're short of the other four. City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United ain't got a front line like them.
So because when we look at Arsenal, the goals are coming from it's Havertz, Trossard, Saka, and Odegaard.
Martinelli's going to chip in. You know what you're going to get with Arsenal. The defenders are going to score. They're good from set. You know what you're going to get. Arsenal second.
So when you look at Liverpool, we know Diaz,
Liverpool, gunman all over the thing.
Oh, Salah will get 20 plus easy.
Yeah. You know what Jota's going to do if he stays fit. He's going to chip in with 15. You know what Diaz is going to do at his best level. He's going to score
Darwin Núñez, he misses loads.
Darwin Núñez. No, they got firepower, bro. Yeah.
And when we get to Chelsea, we'll say what? Because Chelsea don't run him. You're not sure about that one.
And Nkunku got 16, like our guy got 16. Fine, that's a like for like. Cole Palmer, you know what he's going to do.
He's not gonna, and he doesn't look like he's going to drop off. I know his numbers were ridiculous last season, but it looks like he's going to be pretty
close. You add Pedro Neto into that, you know what you're getting with him. You're adding in
even Jackson got goals last season, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. Jackson got goals. They got João Felix. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's things going on there, but they got a lot of you throw in Jadon, he might give you 5 because now you got him. They got stuff, bro. They got loads of stuff.
And then when you get to us,
when you get to us, you're going, well, hold on a minute. Rashford, like you said, you should be able to do this, should be able to do that. Let's be honest, bro. Man's probably not going to turn up. The early signs are dead on that. But even if he does, cool. But it's not looking.
What do you reckon he's going to get? What do you reckon he's going to get this season? Just out of interest, roughly, guys. What do you reckon? Because I said 20
never, no chance. I don't even know if he gets double figures. I don't know if
in all comps, or you're just talking Premier League.
Oh, Premier League, just Premier League. I don't think.
You don't think he gets double figures in the Premier League?
No, I hope I'm wrong, but that's.
What say you?
I was just looking again at last season, and I to be honest, I thought it was more than it was. 8 goals last season, 8 goals all comps, 6 assists in all comps.
Come on,
now, obviously that was a low season, but I think he might get maybe 11, 12 goals all comps this season. Maybe assists, maybe a few more.
And you're talking about the top 4,
look, obviously, look. When it comes to him, I mentioned it before. I do think so far in these games, he has been a bit unlucky. He should have probably had an assist by now. People could finish. I think a lot of players actually probably say that. I worry for him that everything just hinges on a bit of luck for him at this point. You know what I mean? Of just going every like even with that, if you go, he needed that, didn't he? He needed that, and the best players don't need it.
Look at the Brighton. Look at the Brighton offside goal. He was offside. He missed the thing. Then it hit off his heel and then went in. Then he was offside. But,
and we talk about relying on young players again, right? So we're already going like Rashi. Let's say he does have a little bit of a better season than he did last season. He's not going to do, I don't think, what he did a couple of years ago. Let's say he has a little bit of a better season. We're then going, right, what we're relying on for Flex's point is Xerxes, where it's a bit like we've already established he's not a goal-scoring striker because that's not what he was for Bologna. He's a creator. Rasmus Højlund, I do think he'll have a better season than he had last season. I think he'd probably get more goals. We've got to stay fit. That's a concern for me at this point. And then on the right-hand side, we're talking about a Garnacho where we're going, we shouldn't be relying on him so much. And we're talking about an Ahmad who really, it's his first full season at United, isn't it? Because he didn't play all of last season.
Be wicked this season.
But then why? Flex's point. I
like him as a striker. I like him as I really like him as a striker. I think he's got that pedigree. I think Flexy good.
It just went. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
Changed places.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I like Rasmus as a striker. I think he's got that pedigree. Even in the pre-season, him running off the shoulder and like the players know his movement a bit more. But then I think he ain't worried. I don't think he's trying to. The first season, I felt like he really tried to. He had a major point to prove, and he was doing a bit too much wrestling, just all sorts of nonsense. I do feel that he would have progressed, and he's almost feet are on the ground now as a Man United player. He's not really questioning himself. get scoring. We saw the opportunity they had in that, and we haven't got a lot of games to judge it by. But then the goal that he does take in the Arsenal one, really good goal.
But you know what he was against, bro? He was against the kid who don't even play, bro. What's his name? That kid. What's his name?
Like,
I know
like
Heaven. I'm talking about
Heaven. And I said he went to hell. Bro.
No, but he does that finish.
He can't do that against Saliba, bro.
No, but he does that. He has that finish, bro. As in,
he's got that finish.
He's got that. That's a Rasmus type goal. We've seen him when you do look at the comps or look at the goals he has scored for us. We know that's in his Arsenal. So then
I'm just worried about him staying fit.
Score goals, staying fit.
Staying
fit. But you know what? Also, we're not really putting into this about this top 4 thing and talking about the firepower is. Okay, he's more like familiar with the league now and got his feet under the carpet.
Settled. You wanted something settled.
The team, bro, like how it plays. Like, also, do we have confidence? Again, there's one thing talking about the firepower, which was what the question was. I get that. But another reason to talk about us compared to the rest of the top 4 and why it's going to be really difficult is going, well, with how many now are probably going to play with the early signs of what we're seeing, with having Rasmus back in there, is it going to be conducive to help him more? Are we going to see him get more chances? Are we going to see him, even if he's improved on a personal, is the supply line going to be right? Is the midfield balance going to be right for the even get into that phase of play? Like, there's so much intangibles there where you're going, I'm not sure. Then that's why I say back to Danny Murphy's original point, it's easier to say, well, the first 3 are the first 3. Everyone who pretty much agrees on that. Liverpool might even challenge for the league the way they go. First 3 is the first 3. No one ain't getting near them. You look at Newcastle, even with what they've got, you go, okay, well, Isak's going to do what he does. Harvey Barnes, there's a thing there. He's back now fit. Anthony Gordon, you know what you're going to get. Joe Linton's going to chip in. Bruno Guimaraes, they've got Tonali back now. And the way of playing, they're going to be potent, right? Spurs, I agree. I'm not just going to sit here and say, oh, Spurs are better than us. No, because Solanke's got to hit the ground running, mate. 60 M's. Like, you don't know what you're going to get with that. That's true. I agree with that. Son, you know what you're going to get in. Richarlison, exactly. Don't know what you're going to get. So they're in our kind of.
Villa. I was going to say, I would say Villa above them. Villa are going to be above them.
I know what you're going to get.
They lost to Arsenal, but still, they don't look to be a team that's going to drop off. Granted, Champions League hasn't started for them yet, so that could be totally different happens. But I think the point you're making there, Flex, when you look at, we talked about the firepower there. But like you said, the way that we play is the intangible is what we are hoping for. And this is what the Ten Hag sort of outers will point to, is that we are genuinely hoping for a bit of momentum, something to click. And then we go, actually, oh, these players are a bit better than maybe we thought they were going to be. And that's what we're really hoping for. But at this stage, it's more just, again, it's hope as opposed to, oh, this will definitely happen.
Yeah,
we don't know. Yeah. We don't know. And that's what you were saying last week, wasn't it, KG? You're kind of going, I hope. So if we beat Southampton, I hope we then beat Barnsley, and then maybe we do get a result that people aren't expecting against Palace, and then that's 3 wins in a row. And you go, actually, all right, let's kind of
Europa League, the Europa League proper.
But it is kind of, it's hope, isn't it? It's hope.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, to Gary Neville's point, we stumble on something. Maybe Ten Hag does tweak some things. And we go, actually, that was all right, wasn't it? That wasn't too bad. Oh, okay. What he needs at this point is again, I know people can harp on style of play. I know INEOS are harping on style of play. He just needs results to essentially buy himself some more time. Because if he doesn't get the results, he won't have the time to change the style of play.
And what if Ugarte is that?
Time to do that.
And what if Ugarte is that missing piece that was really looking for? Because I will always be on the side of the positive of I believe that these players could do this.
Won't be, bro.
No, but I'm saying no. But then what if he is that piece, that player that we've looked for and that player that we really needed? You know, if he can come in from a defensive position and do what you see how Bruno was just a breath of fresh air for us when he came in. Is like he just changed our hopes and changed the way we're looking at things.
Casemiro in the first season. Remember when Casemiro got suspended? We've lost against Arsenal. Why?
Yes,
Casemiro's not playing.
What if Ugarte can be that? That's what I'm saying. What if he can be that for us, which is someone that lifts a lot and the expectation for us and how we go about our business.
Well, the problem that we've got is that I think that is the problem. The fact that we might need it to be one person to make all this thing work. The real thing is that what we actually need for us to see a good team is for all of these cogs, all of these players to do their thing on a consistent basis, not one man.
No, but someone gets it going. No, but we talk about, you know, when you talk the atmosphere and the environment, somebody has to go in there and get it going. So, for instance, I don't know, you bring someone into a workplace, and it's not that other players weren't skilled, but then the workplace is a bit dry, hasn't got this.
The freshness they bring.
And then that one person goes in and really changes the way people go about their business, because we do have like.
Do you look at our team?
Manager though, doesn't the manager meant to do that? That's why they changed managers.
Sometimes managers do it, but then in some organizations, a player could go in and make a big difference like that. Where you bring in a Cantona, and all of a sudden it's like, hang on. You know, there's sometimes it's like even the Carrick thing. You bring in Carrick and it's like
missing piece. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
So do you look at our team? The easy way to answer this is: do you look at our team and think it's a one jigsaw piece away from it clicking?
We've done this before, by the way. One striker away.
Not even the one striker away. But I'm talking about on your theory of what you've just said of like, what if he is? And I'm basically saying I already know he's not. In my mind, for me personally, I know we can wait and see, so I'll wait to be proven wrong. I don't believe he is that. But my question to you would be then, do you look at the squad now, when what's wrong with it and everything, and think it is kind of could be clicked in by a missing
I think
piece?
it could. So I do think it can click, because when I do look at the players that we bought in terms of the Lit and Lissandro relationship, I want to see how that progresses, but I do feel like that's a good partnership. I do like Mazraoui I do like Mazraoui in his position and how he's bombing up and down. I do like what I'm seeing. Now there's the other pieces is like, well, Ahmad, we haven't seen the run, but I know if we get anything like the preseason one that was like cutting in and shooting and just, you know, them guys that run into the box and try to get a shot off. If we get that, we've really got something to work off here. So then there's like, and I do think at I'm on the side of these guys could click into gear. I do feel like that. Like I do feel that there's some good players, but we're not doing it yet. We're not actually achieving exactly what the manager's looking for. He said, look, you want all these, he's brought in guys that he's worked with before. You finally have the guy that's gonna run about and be the legs in midfield. He said he needed more legs. You have all these pieces with Kobe, Bruno. We should be, in theory, we actually should be good. We should be ready to cook from this point going forward. You have you got two players that are comfortable on the ball from wide in terms of Delo and Mazraoui. You have Garnacho. You have these players. You have Rasmus Højlund. Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we start to put something together? Why they're not now? That team does feel better.
Why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? But I suppose the opposite question is then why aren't we? If why shouldn't we?
And this is it. That's the mystery part of the question, right? It's like I want to see it on this weekend, and I'm hoping that we can getting together. If it doesn't happen, that's when you do turn and say, "Well, Mr. Ten Hag, we've given you everything. There's no player here that you haven't said I want or extended their contract or said they're part of your plans. Everyone here now remaining is what you've asked for. So then, well, we can't do anything for you. We're now we tied our hands because this is everything you asked for. And any piece you've been back to the hills. If you can't get a tune from this, then you can't be here. Like what else are you looking for? If the window opens tomorrow, do we buy you 3 more players for you to say that we can play this way that you have been looking for? No. So then there's nowhere to run now. This is why it has to be. It's fully on the manager. Say we've given you everything, big man. We want results.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with the football leadership team. With the article from the Athletic earlier on was saying about how involved Jason Wilcox is, obviously with the bridge between the first team and the academy and other parts of it, and same with Dan Ashworth. You know, his influence over the first team, and it will be interesting to see again just how involved they get with these kind of like problem-solving solutions by maybe whispering into Eric's ear of like, hey, you've maybe got to kind of abandon this tactic. You've got to, by the way, Eric, we're looking for good performances here and obviously results. And it'll be interesting to see if they do have that influence on him. On top of that, as it was mentioned by Laurie Whitwell earlier on too, you mentioned about the players that have been brought in to facilitate him. He's got pretty much a brand new coaching staff, which was hand selected by him. You know what I mean? So people naturally again will go, hey, like, why is this not working then? Why are we 14th, mate? Like, but Kenny said on the full view yesterday, which is true. If we win tomorrow, which I do think we will, I don't think it'll be pretty, but I do think we win. I think it's going to be 1-0. Then we go up to like 6th or something in the league. Not that everything's totally fixed and everyone will be like, no pressure, but it just would be nice just to be like, okay, right. We can stop the noise a little bit. It will still be fairly loud. Stop the noise a little bit. Just have to be a bit forward thinking and going, right, we play Barnsley after that. I should win that game. You know, a couple of wins in a row there. And then I would really, really, really hope then after that we go to Palace. It should be really good to get a result there, wouldn't it? And then be like, actually, I tell you what. So it does feel like we are we're at a tipping point, aren't we? One way or the other, where it's like it's either going to go really, really badly,
I don't feel
or we come out of it the other side. We go, actually, I tell you what, it was bad, but
you know what though? I don't know. I think
games are coming so quickly.
No, but I think also what we can't rule out with this team. Let's be real, guys. It is also very, very possible. Sound like Marcel there. It's very, very possible, guys, at Manchester United Football Club that we do get a mixed bag where you go, well, what do I take from that? So hear me out on this. It's very possible that you beat Southampton, beat Palace, something shit happened against Spurs, then you lost against Villa, beat FC20. Like it's very possible that it's a mixed.
That won't be enough, though, will it? People.
I'm not saying it'll be enough, but would it get him sacked?
I don't think that'd be a mixed bag. I think that would be bad.
Okay, well, whatever the mixed bag looks like, let's say, beat Southampton, drew at Palace, beat Spurs,
that'd be good.
Lost against Villa, drew against FC20 at home. Like it's mixed. Like it's like, that can happen.
They'd largely take that. It's not going to be perfect, is it? We're not.
No, but that's what I mean. But what I'm saying is the mixed bag can happen, though.
Like, then when you have that kind of mixed bag season, where does that end? Where does that leave you at the end of the season?
The mixed bag, if you continue to have the mixed bag, comes down to find that in little moments, doesn't it? So if you get a mixed bag of like,
you finish in the league?
Well, one time we did beat. Oh my God! Wow, we beat Arsenal at home. Oh my days! Oh, we just drew to Brentford away. Oh, bloody hell, we just lost to Forest. Oh, we just beat Thingy. It would bring you in and around 5th, 6th.
That's what I mean. To Cage's point then, basically, if you do get the mixed bag and we're in like November and we're, say, 6th, we're 6 points off 4th, he'd keep his job at that point. They wouldn't.
But is that enough?
At that point?
But are we like, is that good or bad?
Well, we don't know. But I think at that point, they'd still be going, it's within possibility, couple of results, beat those teams above you.
And that's the dangerous point, isn't it?
And you're also in Europa League at that point, you're going, it's still pretty shitty in the competition. United got a chance in it. You know, he'd keep his job for that.
I'm not saying he'd get sacked, but in terms of like the end outcome, well, that's
the noise
would always be there. And also, I meant just in this period of like, you know, when you're just saying like, it'll either be really this or really that in this period. I think like, well, in this period could be a mixed bag.
I think he's got to be largely perfect.
He's got to get perfect because he has to be perfect.
I'll tell you this then, it's not going to be perfect.
No, but I'm saying that he needs to be. It needs to be more perfect than because the start has been. Bro, the start is mad. You know, to be down to lost 2 games already this season. Yeah, is crazy. Like so now it's like we have to get going. It's like a boxer that's lost the first 4 or 5 rounds. Bro, we need a knockout. You know when you go to your corner and say, we need a knockout.
Yeah, but the reason why, but then to push back though, for INEOS or in Eric's camp, to push back though, the reason why you need a knockout is because there's no more rounds left. And like, obviously you're going to lose. It's the 12th. He's going to say, there's 30 more games, mate. It's not decided in this little bit before the October half term.
But But for him, it might be.
Break.
For him, it might be.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point that we're making. Is saying, look, they'll call this one off. The referee can wave it off and say, I don't like the way you've looked in this one. You haven't been competitive, and I need to protect you from yourself. Which,
to the boxing analogy, the corner starts going, you've got to be active, mate. You've got to
be
You're just taking punches.
You've got to throw.
You've got to do something. You know what I mean?
You've got to do something.
It's not going 12. It's not going 12. We're in round 4. You've got to do something, mate.
You've got to do something. Empty. You hear wild phrases like empty the tank. When you hear that from a...
Put your hands up, mate. Put your hands up. Something. Please.
When the corner start, and we're those guys in the corner, plus the fans, we're panicking a bit. We've sent him out for another round and said, all right, show me.
He might not come back. He might not come back.
We've used a lot of Vaseline off the wrist. You know what I mean? We're going,
the big staple thing, not the staple thing, the pressure thing.
The metal.
He spat in the bucket. We've looked in the bucket and gone, what is that? There's a lot in the bucket.
He's in trouble. We might have to get him out of there. But the thing is, though,
we're waving off John Fury out the corner. You get out of here. Stop talking.
I know this is pessimistic.
I'm like a fighting man. Get out of here.
Get out of here. The fighter. I know this is really pessimistic here, because obviously this would be really negative, this show. We're basically talking about all the bad things that could happen to us,
We think we're all going to win, by the way.
I know.
We all think we're going to win.
I'm saying that we could win. We could click into gear. I'm on the side of belief.
All right, fair enough. That's true. Cage is on the side of belief. And like I said, I'm still there thinking hoping and thinking he can turn it around, right? But just on INEOS, I am. Just on INEOS, that's why after Southampton, win, lose, or draw, I'm not going to be saying like, he's got to go. I think I got that.
I don't know about that, Flex.
We'll see. Well, we won't get to see because we're going to win.
I've wrote a lot of checks, by the way, that I need to cash. So I hope you understood. I've wrote a lot of checks. I went crazy to Abby on that last thingy. And it's the first game, guys. You know you don't want to lose that 12-31.
No way.
You got so much football to watch. You got to watch everyone else be great. And
it's that bad that even if the North London derby was on Saturday at say 12:30, and then we went on, and then there was a humbling in that, and then we went on to lose against Southampton. That is the biggest takeaway of the thing. Like I'm telling you now, Man United losing to Southampton after what happened. Although rivals say, "Oh well, shit, we probably knew they would anyway. They're so terrible." That is another new. Like it's like oh my god, they're in free fall.
Again. I hate as well, and this happens a lot over the last few seasons of United. Like you mentioned, North London derbies this weekend, where we have a game, like say it's Southampton. It's not like a big game or whatever, and it's a shitty game. And then you watch like the North London derby, or you watch, I think of any other big match you can think of in the Premier League, and you watch the match, you go, "This is a good match of football. This is a good match of football. This is," and you go, "I don't see this."
It's the worst feeling, bro.
It's so bad, isn't it?
Robert, it's the worst feeling in the world, man. I'm telling you now. Like I think I experienced that when we lost to Brighton. Who played next to us? Arsenal playing Aston Villa or something. That was the next fixture. It's rubbish, man. I was like, look at this game, man. Look at that kid Rodgers just cooking in that midfield, and we've lost. How are we gone and done that? Bloody hell.
Well, you're saying like David, you're saying like Ollie Watkins, I know missed chances, but he's creating chances. Whether you're seeing David Raya making great saves, you go, our keeper could never. Andre Onana making that kind of save. Do you think that's going to happen? Oh my god!
Onana, please, everybody do their damn job. If I can give you guys a prediction, I want it to be what I'm looking for. My hopeful prediction: 4-0 Man United. Solid, like put them to the sword. If they're the shittest team, if they're the shittest team in the league, and they don't we should be able to punish these lot.
Why are you laughing, Flex? Why are you laughing?
Are you laughing at Man United scored 4 goals?
Why are you laughing for 4 goals?
No, because we've created chances.
We've created chances, missed chances. What if it clicks?
I'm saying because KG said that's my hopeful one. I said I'll join you with the hopeful one. My hope is that too. My hope is we win every game 4-0.
But then, what's going to happen is 2-1 Man United.
That's not your prediction, is it?
2-1 Man United, isn't it?
Is your prediction 4-0?
3-0. There you go.
Is your prediction 3-0?
There you go. More conservative. 3-0. Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
3-0.
My prediction, like I said a couple of times, is I think it'll be 2-1. I think it'll be narrow. I think it'll be 1-1 at some stage during the game, and I think we win 2-1.
1-0. Joshua.
You think it's going to be a scumbag one?
Yeah.
Are you looking for a scumbag? Scumbag win.
I'm telling you, KG, it is going to be the worst game of football we've ever seen in life.
It's going to be the Jing Bang, bro. Come on.
The only thing I will say, actually, the thing that could be entertaining for the neutral is I think both teams would be like, both those teams can't finish. Both those teams actually create some chances and can't score goals.
Armstrong up front as well.
I think it's going to be like that.
3-0
Barrett and Diaz being a bastard in that game. Can you imagine him going up against Leacher?
3-0 Man United.
And the thing is, it should be little man Barrett and Diaz. What's it? Move, man. Move Barrett and Diaz. But we find ways. We find new, unique, and creative ways to make average guys look all right. I tell you this now. We ain't winning 3-0.
Remember when we played Brentford last season away from home, and they hadn't won in like 15 games, and then that day they turned into Barcelona under Pep, and they had all those chances, and still we should have won that game 1-0 and Mason Mount. We didn't, but I don't know, man. That's why
I've learned with this team here, I'm not getting in no chance until they prove to me individually as Fleck, until they show me they capable of doing them things and mashing up teams and putting man to the sword. I am never backing us to win 3-0. Not backing us to win. We're talking about this scoreline. 3-0, I'm saying now, no chance. And I really hope you're right. I hope you get to say,
this moment in time.
I really do.
Yeah, 3-0 United.
Right. And I hope, and if that does happen, KG, I want you to be full point scoring KG.
Yeah.
No, because it's backfired a lot. All I need to do is I've got other things going on, more devious plans. I'm hoping for a 3-0 and a very interesting North London derby. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. 3-0 and I want to enjoy Sunday's football.
Correct.
You know, because that could be win-win for us.
100%.
Really.
That's what we all need. A nice little early win, get your 3 points, and then just watch on. But this is Manchester United Football Club PLC. So, guys, big up to everybody watching, or you just watch. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you get subscribing to KG's channel as well as Owen's. Links in the video description below.
Yeah, I want to get to 50K before my birthday. I'm on 43, and my birthday's on the 3rd of November. I think it's possible.
43, anything's possible. Believe. So make sure you get subscribing. Guys, we are out of here. Take care. Peace.